Is it thrilling? Do I groove you? Are you willing? Do I soothe you?
Hello, family. Okay, it's been a second, hasn't it? Not been too long, but a second. I would like to share with you, since this is the month of October and Hallows Eve is coming up very soon, and I have a nice little setup for you family that I just can't wait for you all to see. Okay, and a nice little setup for Hallows Eve. And like I said, you know, I celebrate the holiday each day of the month. It's not just a one-day thing for me. It's working up to the period. So there are some things that I do, and I do talk to the spirits, to, you know, the fallen spirits, the spirits that have crossed over to the other plane, and our loved ones and our sacred ancestors. So I take it very serious now that I am very aware of what the particular holiday is all about. And it's the thinnest veil or line between the living and the dead. And that's the time when we can really communicate with them most effectively. So, being all that said, I had a particular subject that I would like to talk about that a lot of people do not like to talk about, but we're going to talk about it today. And that is, we're going to get on the subject of black magic. Okay, a lot of people get very upset and angry, and then they pull the Bible out, and then they talk about, you know, what the Bible says as far as, you know, just not entertaining, as far as entertaining idol gods and leaning on to your own understanding and all of those good things of that nature. But like I said, we live in a world of freedom, so we are free to practice whatever we want in our sanctuaries. So in my sanctuary tonight, I would like to talk about black magic. First of all, we have already talked about we have already talked about, when I talk about black magic, I want to talk about black magic in the aspects of hoodoo at this moment. And we already talked about the history of hoodoo and its origins, but for those who haven't seen that video, I would like to go ahead and talk about that again and, you know, just touch here and there on it. But hoodoo magic is one magic of many different sources of practices and religions, but it's not a religion, it's a way. It's definitely not a religion. It kind of borrows a little bit from voodoo, borrows a little bit from witchcraft, and borrows a little bit from witchcraft. Who else we want to talk about? Witchcraft, voodoo, and Native American shamans. I mean, all in one big gumbo of magic. Remember we talked about that? But anyway, you know, it is said that mostly that African Americans relied on hoodoo, but let's not get mistaken, because people of all cultures do practice hoodoo magic, just to clear that up. So, you know, to kind of like get at the heart of why one would practice black magic, I had to go to the history of it. And we all know that African Americans at one point in time, and even sometimes now, they were, you know, living in a world of an unjust society. I'm sorry, an unjust society. And basically didn't have the legal clout to pretty much help themselves out of sticky situations like going to prison, or, you know, in situations where they were just violated, you know, raped, imprisoned falsely, and they had nothing to rely on but hoodoo magic, but it was very effective. So there was always someone in the community, which you would call a hoodoo practitioner or a root doctor, that these clients could go to when they were like in a bind. So a lot of the times the hoodoo practitioner was there to assist in situations where you may have had a family member murdered and you couldn't get the justice system to help you because like I said, it was unjustly fair, it was an injustice, It was not fair for these people, and they had nothing else to rely on to get for revenge but black magic. I mean, it would be just for, you know, like any situation, if something was to happen to someone's family member and it was injustice, and you had nowhere else to turn because you couldn't hire a lawyer, or a lawyer wouldn't entertain you in the first place because, you know, because you were African American, so you would have to go to a hoodoo doctor, because more than likely he was able to recover revenge for you, keep your family member out of prison. So that's why black magic is very necessary, should not frighten you at all, and it can come to your aid. It can come to your aid. Hang on just 1 minute. Let's see how much time we got. Okay, let's stop this.